vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Hi, folks, and welcome to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. I'm Frank Perez, your host with my co-host, Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. We're here on another beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, guys, yesterday, a nice day in baseball, 3-0, under 4.5. Houston first 5 innings. You guys gave out the anti-no-hitter theory. That wins 6-5. Got there easy, 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th. And we had also, Rick, which was when you had 5-4 with the Angels.
Angels, yep. Mm-hmm.
Good job, fellas. Well, what's happening out there, you guys? I'm out here in the beautiful West Coast. You guys got to be in that miserable Central and East. What's going on over there?
It's actually not miserable, so that's good. I don't know, 70 degrees sunny, pretty good.
Rick, how about you, buddy? What's happening?
No, just another brutal hot day here in like the 90s. So humid, you can't go outside for more than 1 minute without being drenched in sweat. So must be inside with the AC. But yeah, just getting ready for a big night of baseball, and of course the game 1 of the Portland game tonight, and hockey game too.
Oh yeah, it's the Sharks game, right?
No, it's Boston.
Oh, Boston.
Versus, Carolina.
Boy, Boston clearly seems to have that one under control, huh?
Yeah, that's probably why fade them tonight.
All right, so Brian, let's get to this. Oh, did I tell you that Chip wrote us in? We may be getting in the bounty hunter on this to join us.
What is the bounty hunter? What is that?
It's some guy, some show with some guy. They call him the bounty hunter. I thought he was going to try to get the dog on Finn. Because
Dog the bounty hunter.
Yeah, the not Finn, the actual bounty hunter. But
wait a minute. We're gonna get Dog the bounty hunter on this show?
Yes. Yeah, Chip's bringing him in.
What country?
Okay, now Chip is bringing him in. Let me ask you what he said. Okay, by the way, you guys, when we come back, I have an official report from Las Vegas Baseball Park where the Aviators play. Chip has sent us in an up-to-date wind report. When we come back right after this timeout, Fifth Street Sports.
Guys, you manscape, right? You know, tidy up below the belt, trim the Yeti. Every guy knows the tree stands taller when the shrubs are trimmed, and 9 out of 10 women said that they prefer their men manscaped. But you got to use the right tools for the jewels, or you look like you clear-cut the forest with a machete. And nicks and cuts are the last thing the twins down south need. Pop over to my buds at manscaped.com and check out their Perfect Package 2.0 featuring the lawnmower, which is the perfect tool for below-the-waist grooming. And it's rechargeable and waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. Manscaped invented skin-safe technology that won't nick or snag Mars or Uranus, which hurts like the dickens when Jupiter ascends. Order your Perfect Package 2.0 featuring all the right tools for the jewels and get 20% off plus free shipping and a free travel bag. Pop over to manscaped.com and enter promo code USA for 20% off plus free shipping and a free travel bag. Manscaped.com, promo code USA. That's manscaped.com, promo code USA.
O'Reilly. If your vehicle isn't stopping like it used to or makes squealing noises when you brake, shop the Spring Brake Deal Savings Event at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, buy a set of Brake Best Select pads and a pair of rotors and get a $20 O'Reilly gift card by mail. Don't miss the Spring Brake Deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
This is gonna be the good life. Gonna be the G3 life.
Hey anglers, Scott Turnage here, the old G3 sportsman. 2019 is here and the new G3 boats are better than ever. Stop by your nearest G3 dealer and check out the most diverse lineup of aluminum boats and pontoons on the market today. Come on over and enjoy the G3 life, just like me.
All right, guys, we're back at 5th Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Also, we're also on the American Forces Networks. Big hello to the men and women in uniform. iHeartRadio. Also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. I have Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian, my two co-hosts. All right, guys, here it is, right out. It's fresh as can be from Chip. He goes to these games, to the AAA Pacific games. He said, "Hey, Bud, the wind is blowing from east to west. It's blowing into hitter's face strong for the Aviators. So that means we want to bet that game under. It's blowing into the batter's face."
I love it. How much can you get down on it?
Well, I believe it or not, there's some places let you bet a nickel on this now.
Oh, around town, they're taking nickels on it.
Well, on the Aviator games, they let you bet a dime or two dimes. But I mean, let's say on Albuquerque or the Chihuahuas from El Paso and that, probably 300.
Oh, I see. So, but if it's an Aviators game and you're betting it in town, you can get dimes down.
Yep, dimes or two dimes, and it's only but it is a 20-cent line though. It is $1.10, $1.10 for baseball.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Well, I mean, it's right here.
I'm going to start taking this a little more seriously.
Yeah, like whoever thinks AAA baseball is boring just didn't bet enough, right?
That's right.
I mean,
that's the answer to everything.
Yeah, you just you bet 3,000 on the El Paso Chihuahuas to go over 8.5, and next thing you know, that game's really fun.
Yeah. So I was thinking about our discussion we had yesterday about the success of Walter Matthau coaching various sports. Would he be able to win? And it actually reminded me. Obviously, I use him as an example because he was the manager in the Bad News Bears. So I kind of consider that to be one of the best baseball movies of all time. Maybe I was just the right age at the right time. I must have been about 4 when it originally came out. I didn't see it in the theater, but I think between the ages of like 7 and 13, I probably watched it a million times. Every time it would come on TV, I would watch it, and the sequels. So I'd have to say it's one of my favorite baseball movies of all time. I tried to get my kids to watch it. They were bored to death. They thought, "Dad, this is the slowest, most boring movie I've ever seen." But I'm curious, what would you guys, if you guys had to rank your top 3 or 4 baseball movies of all time, what would you pick? You go first, Rick.
I would say Field of Dreams definitely number 1. Bull Durham number 2. Bad News Bears 1 number 3. Bad News Bears 2 number 4. That would be my in order selection. And Bad News Bears 3 is nowhere to be found because they had jumped the shark by the time the third one was made. But first two were.
Is that the one? Is that the one where they go to Japan? The third one?
Yes. I don't think I even
That was
finished
a
watching
bad
it. It was so
movie.
bad.
It was so bad. But 2 was pretty good. 2 was where they went to the Astrodome, drove themselves in a van. I love that one.
That was great because I was such a huge Astro fan. And then they're actually playing, before the Astro game, and they're supposed to get kicked off when they were down, I think, a run. And Bob Watson started saying, "Let the kids play," and the whole crowd started chanting it. They started the scoreboard with the bull with the smoke coming out of his nose. Back then, back in the late '70s, so that was like the coolest thing ever. Back when you look at it now and you laugh at like, wow, this looks like it was about 200 years old. But yeah, it was such a great movie. So those would be the 4. And did I? Oh shoot! You know what? I didn't mention Major League. I didn't say Major League, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's scrap then. Bad News Bears 2 and put Major League number 3 and Bad News Bears or number 4.
I think there's about 10. I think like there's about 10 that are in the top 10, and then that might be it. But yeah, you forgot Major League's that one with what's his name, the guy from
Charlie Sheen.
From Charlie Sheen. When the guy throws and he goes just a little outside, when right?
Yeah, Bob
Uecker.
And then and then he throws 3 straight strikes. I mean, perfectly down the middle. Doesn't call him that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay,
great. That's a great one.
You guys forgot a top 5er all day long. Beer League. Remember Beer League with Artie Lang?
With Artie Lang.
I didn't see that.
I don't think that's in any top 5, but that was a funny, technically a softball movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, does the one with Tom Hanks with the girls when he says there's no crying in baseball, does that count?
League of Their Own?
Oh.
That's definitely top 10 for sure.
League of Their Own,
Yeah,
right?
I guess that'll count. I didn't think about that one, but yeah, that's a great one too.
I mean, there's some good ones. Now, do you think any of the black and white ones before when they used to do a Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig movies, any ones you can remember offhand on those?
Well, it wasn't. I believe it's color. It was right in the early era of color with Gary Cooper, Pride of the Yankees. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a funny story about that movie. I probably wasn't unique among 3rd grade, 4th grade boys. I hated to write books or to read books when I was a kid. We had to do a book review, every year, like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. And I would, like I'm the first one to figure this out. I'm sure every kid was doing this, but I would always find books that were also movies. So I could watch the movie, and then, we always had to write a report each year. So I had the Yankees down. Like I did, biography on Lou Gehrig one year, Babe Ruth the next, and Pride of the Yankees was like pretty much my go-to source for material because we didn't have the internet back then, and I sure as heck wasn't going to read any books. So I would just watch Pride of the Yankees over and over again, and that's where I got most of my content.
Now, when you guys were in school,
have you seen that?
Oh yeah, have you seen Pride of the Yankees, Rick?
I did, but I was so young. I mean, I was younger than 10, and I don't really remember it that much. But yeah, I definitely saw it when I was young.
I mean, we like it, but I heard critically acclaimed it wasn't that good. I heard it didn't get like a lot of good reviews.
I don't know. We'd have to look that up. I kind of thought it did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I'll tell you another one about the Yankees. And I'm not a Yankees fan, but another Yankee movie that's, man, I love this movie. I still like to go watch this movie on YouTube from time to time. It's got so many really great moments. Is Bang the Drum Slowly. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yep. Early De Niro, like one of his first movies. Michael Moriarty. It's a really, really good movie.
How about Brian's Song? Would you say that's one of the top 5 sports movies of all time?
You can't. It's funny. You can't think of Bang the Drum Slowly without thinking of Brian's Song because they're kind of the same thing, right? Teammate dying of cancer slowly.
Yeah. Gale Sayers.
Yeah.
Brian Piccolo.
Gale Sayers. Brian Piccolo. That's a football movie, but yeah, great sports movie. I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Tearjerker.
Yeah, just tell me that line when he said, when I think I cried. I think I was about 9 or 10 years old when he says, I love Brian Piccolo, right? You started crying then, remember? Hey, but let me ask you guys in school, because you guys are just a notch behind me. Maybe, I don't know if they call them generations in school, 20 years, but you're like a half a generation. When you guys were in school, make elementary teachers read you guys the book Where the Red Fern Grows with Old Dan and Little Ann?
Yeah, we read that, I think, in like 7th grade.
7th grade? No, this was more like a 3rd or 4th grade, and every 3rd or 4th grade
Well,
I
I'm
knew.
from Oklahoma.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm not from Oklahoma.
that's like Kentucky. Like in Kentucky, you get arrested for smuggling in books, you know. But
I think we were supposed to read it at some point, and I probably didn't. But okay.
Well, you know, I went. Okay, there was 1968, I believe, when that got read to me in school. We had to read it every day up until about the 1980s. I remember even my little nephews and stuff. They got that book. I mean, how much did you cry when Old Dan died? You know, it was two labs. It was two labs, Old Dan and Little Ann. When Old Dan died, did you guys cry at all? I did.
Is this basically the same story as Old Yeller?
Yes, Old Yeller. Old Yeller.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, of course. I still cry. I can't watch that movie. Who can watch that movie and not cry? That's impossible.
Absolutely. Boy, I mean, all that stuff's gone out of the way, but boy, these baseball movies, they bring back such memories, guys. When we come back, guys, we got a great show. Fifth Street Sports, Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, Frank Perez, back right after this break.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063. Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
All right, guys, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian. All right, you guys. I did a little research last night, and I went back to some of the game film on this. Let's say I watched about 3 of these Premier League games this weekend. Let's say the Liverpool game, for instance, right? Brian, you're absolutely right. I believed with those players, okay, this is their 38th game of the season or 39th, whatever it is. I could have actually been in the locker room 5 minutes before they had to run on the field and said, all right, you guys, get out there. And then, by the way, when you go out there, put out one of these big cutout things. Remember when you used to walk into Blockbuster and like Arnold Schwarzenegger would be, like the cutout thing for the movie? They could have put a cutout thing of me on the thing. Say, I'm gonna go to the beach with my wife. Just put my cutout thing if I was the coach, and nothing would have changed, you guys. It's absolutely a no-brainer. The players know what to do. There's hardly any tactical substitutions. I would have just said, if somebody gets hurt or somebody just put this guy in, and that would have been it. Nothing would have changed.
I can feel Andrew's blood pressure rising right now as you say that.
He is, but he's got no defense because
boiling.
It's a no-brainer,
it's
guys.
Boiling.
You could pencil it in
it's not
right
even
now
worth,
with a cutout
it's not even
thing.
worth argument at this point. It's just not even worth argument.
Well, I got a serious
not a
question.
single
though.
point has been raised. It's just conclusion.
So the manager's in charge of the lineups. I understand that. Substitutions. Who brings the orange wedges for halftime? Would that be like the assistant manager?
It's actually it's actually normally it's the parents, but they normally put the parents in the sky box. So
okay.
Oh my God! But it's an absolute no-brainer. Just put down your list of substitution. If somebody gets a red card or somebody gets hurt, put these guys in. They all know what to do. They've done it It's the same replay thing. It's like being the coach for the dart team. Just try to hit the center, you guys. That's all.
Do you think you have to tell the players if you're the coach when to waste time, or players should just know that on their own?
By this time, these guys are making tens of millions of dollars. They've been playing forever. They know what to do.
Frank, you guys are killing me. 2 days in a row. I don't want to go super into this, but on an actual serious note, Rick, a lot of times when it comes to time wasting or playing, or a lot of people like to say gaming, where you're really just kind of playing the time. A lot of times players know if you're up and it's super late. Generally, teams you'll see this too. You'll see one or two players, playing in a forward position like a striker or an outside midfielder or somebody. They'll hold the ball in the corner of the opposition's half, and they'll essentially try and waste time off the clock from there. Or they'll do the classic walk to the throw-in or walk to the ball after it's gone outside of the field. But normally there's a ball boy to throw it. So that's really the big way, though, holding it in a corner.
Now, I'll ask you guys this, okay? In NFL football, there's a minute to play, no timeouts. You got to get the ball down the field. You see the hurry up, throwing it down the field, get out of bounds. You can really tell, like, wow, these guys need to score. You can see the tempo and everything. In soccer, could you really see the difference in the tempo when they say, oh, this team's playing fast or this team's just playing defensive? I don't. It's the same kicking it back and forth. I can't tell the difference.
No, they send more guys forward, and they're more. depending on how far down they are, they're more rushed.
Thank you.
But you really can't tell. It's sometimes I've seen games where they said, "Wow, look at this," and it looked to me like they were just kicking it back and forth, and they say this team was really on the attack. Really and you couldn't tell.
No, that's a huge from a gambling standpoint. That's a huge issue. I mean, you look at the World Cup. Why do you think the totals get higher from the first round of the first set of round robins to the third phase? Because there's already results on the books, and teams have to go out and get a result themselves. So you see the games are higher scoring because the pace of play is more deliberate. But I don't know that there's a manager required to tell you if you're down 1-0 that you need to go push things.
No, absolutely. And you already know the excitement's going to be so intense in the game when the total's 1.5. I mean, like they put a total of the betting total's 1.5, so you already know the action packed. the action-packed game you're about to sit down with. That would be like if a total in football was like 1.5 touchdowns.
Start.
No, like 1.5 touchdowns in football. I mean,
yeah.
My main complaint.
Go ahead.
No, my main complaint in soccer is the clock. It's I just don't understand. Maybe Andrew, you can speculate here too. But why can't they just use a clock where the ball goes out of bounds? Okay, you stop the clock. Someone's injured, you stop the clock, and then once it reaches exactly 45 minutes, then we know that this half is over. Rather than giving us, we got 3 minutes of stoppage time or 5 minutes of stoppage time, and then sometimes those 3 minutes turn into 5 minutes, or 5 minutes turn into 8 minutes. Like, wouldn't it just be easier if they could just stop the clock when the ball's out of bounds, or if a goalie, catches the ball and then falls down for 10 seconds, we stop the clock and start it back up? Like, wouldn't that just make a lot more sense?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, to be honest, I think it's 6 to 1, half dozen the other. Ultimately, the game gets done within the same realm of time here. It's up to the referee's discretion as well. It's up to the referee's discretion. So I don't know.
But now in college soccer, there is no stoppage time at a lot of levels.
None.
Right?
There is none. As a matter of fact, it's just
that's crazy.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of it, actually. Having played both ways, so to speak, where there's stoppage time after, where the ref gives a couple minutes after, or or it cuts straight down. I guess the big reason is it kind of messes with the. I don't know. To me, at least, as somebody out there on the field, it felt like it messed with the flow of the game. If every time something happened, the referee would have to take a couple extra seconds to, make sure that the clock was good, and then he'd look over to the people in the box and he'd, tell them to start the time at the same time he does, right? I don't know. I mean, honestly, like I was saying, it's not a big deal either way. It really isn't. They end at almost the exact same time, yeah.
But I see exactly where Rick's coming from. There's no exactness to it. Like, you don't really know. Even at the end, okay, when the 90 minutes are up, they go 5 minutes of stoppage time. Who was keeping track of that? And then there's no
the guy with the light
clock.
bright. Well, there's someone above. They give it to the guy with the light bright. He puts the number on, holds it up, and the referee sees it.
Right, and then and I've gone into some games where I needed a tie, and it was 1-1, and they go into stoppage, and I think, oh, look at this. The next thing you know, I'm watching Flash Score, and it says 90.4, 90.5, 90.9. When's this game going to end? Finally, I've had games where they had 14 minutes of stoppage. Finally, the team breaks it off. I go, oh, yeah, just keep playing, When's it ever going to end?
Well, a lot of times it's just
right.
They calculate injuries and, extra stuff that happens, say a goal happens or a contentious call is protested by the players. A lot of that time gets thrown into stoppage time. Not necessarily when the ball goes out of play, because generally, like I said, they have ball boys there that'll toss it right in. But I mean, sometimes you get some weird situations, but overall, I mean, we're looking at around the same time,
Yeah,
Outliers
but those
excluded.
apps you're describing, Frank, like Flash Score, they're not actually monitoring the game. All they're doing, they assume the game started it whenever it was supposed to start. And so it's just basically doing the math, thinking to itself, okay, there was a 15-minute half. It's been 11 minutes so far. So we should be at the 81st minute or whatever that would be. But if they didn't start the game on time, or the halftime was long, or maybe the first half had extra time, or anything kooky happened, the clock on that app is going to be off.
But Rick, let me ask you. I know what you were getting at. Even when they call stoppage and they say like 5 minutes, you never see that clock like in NFL football. Like, oh my God, it's 4 minutes and 32. Just keep, got 28 seconds, 24. All of a sudden they'll kick it, and then the next thing you know, like the referee, everybody starts shaking hands, and that's it. And I said,
well, they do show the clock, but the clock seems like
they
it's
show
never
you on
accurate.
TV, but yeah. But remember, the referee can add more time during stoppage time if he thinks you're wasting time during stoppage. It's like stoppage part 2.
Because if somebody wastes time or somebody gets injured, it would make sense to add that on. I mean, with VAR especially, that'll get added. I want to say that gets added in on to stoppage time as well. So I mean, if there's a VAR pause in the game, he'll just add it on to.
I think basketball does the best for that, Rick. Don't you think?
Yeah, but what I agree. But what I was going to say was, if it really didn't make a difference, then when guys would go down like for fake injuries, in the 80th, 85th minute, and then the other team's trying to pull them up and say get up, and then they stay down. It really shouldn't make a difference because the fact that they're supposed to add that amount of time so they can stay down for 10 minutes because then 10 minutes will be added, but it never works out the same. So if they're down for 5 minutes, it seems like only a couple minutes seem to get added. That's why I think it would work out so much better for everyone if they just had a clock that stopped when that happens, and then you can stay down for an hour and you're not going to start it up again until
let's be honest
play
here.
begins.
A lot of the simulation in diving, people aren't down for more than 15 seconds, 20 seconds tops, unless there's a real actual injury. I mean, it's definitely, I think it's pretty over-exaggerated. Like, no. Listen, I'm not saying it's over-exaggerated that people are, flopping and simulating. Look, I'm all for that being, retroactively punished, right? But, we were just watching a game upstairs, and, I've seen, at least in my experience, I haven't seen somebody go down and pretend to be injured for more than a minute. I mean, that's, we're splitting hairs here. You know what I mean? We're going a little far here if we think that's,
hey guys,
5 minutes.
We're getting the break
how about when they they have to get the magic spray to spray them? That takes like a good,
Brian,
minute and a half. The guy with the aerosol.
Hold that thought, buddy. Hold that thought. We got to take a break. Fifth Street Sports.
For years, they said that it could lead to madness. They relegated it to dark rooms and back alleys. They shamed those who grew it. They did a stop and frisk on anyone they thought might have it. But now a completely new era has begun because of it. The new normal is here. This month, millions have witnessed its arrival. Have you? Brought to life in a short film that runs only 2 minutes long, the new normal seeks to leave behind 80 years of unjust prohibition in favor of a safer, happier world. It reveals a product that once drove good people to the black market as one that today is creating a new global market. In this new era, a plant that was viewed with fear now represents a source of calm and wellness. From this day forward, what inspired the symbol of counterculture is at long last just culture. The new normal has arrived to your city, to your neighborhood, to the inside of your living room. Watch it now. Experience the new normal at medmen.com.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement, where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. Behind the lasagna. It's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
Attention business owners, now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for the business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now, so please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
All right, guys, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports. This is a Talk You Can Bet On segment We're on Sports Byline USA Radio Network, also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch us on American Forces Network, also iHeartRadio and Twitch. You guys, really quick, before we get into our picks, now how many times have you seen in this soccer when they do the old grabbing the knee, oh my God, he's twirling around with the acting, and then 2 minutes later he's doing like a reverse scissor kick for a goal? Like, what happened? How's that possible? You know what I mean?
I think the more you can tell how, you can tell how badly they're injured is the less amount of times they roll around the ground. So if they're completely faking it, they roll around about 7 times, and they just never stop rolling, like somersaulting on the ground over and over. And then, but they only do it like once. Like, oh wow, they might really seriously be injured here.
Right. So, I mean, there's got to be some guys that are like, would you say that in NBA basketball that James Harden is the ultimate actor for trying to get fouls?
For trying to get fouls, he's pretty darn good. I don't know that he's rolling around afterwards, but yeah, to get fouls, he's pretty good.
I mean, there's got to be some soccer guys that are got to be famous for acting, some of the better actors that,
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. I'm sure there are.
Andrew says that they're
sure.
going back in time right now and retroactively giving out yellow cards, and for this acting, they want this madness to stop. I got to tell you guys, if they told me, Frank, you got to break rocks on the side of the road, or maybe take graffiti off of all the LA bridges, or go back and watch old soccer film to give retroactive yellow cards, I don't know which one I would take. I think I'd rather remove. I mean, could you imagine like getting sentenced to like 5 years of going back through old soccer films?
Pretty bad.
It is really bad.
Speaking of old soccer films, we will have to do the best all-time soccer movies at some point. That's actually a pretty good list as well.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, you guys, this is talk you can bet on. I only got, once again, I got one baseball game. Well, I got 2 from our buddy and then 1 on my own. So I'll let you guys go first on anything we can make some money on.
Okay, I'll start.
I was going to say, is it your buddy there? Is this the broadcaster that shall remain nameless? Is that the source?
He's not a broadcaster. He's actually. I'm going to give you guys a little warmer clue. He's actually a contestant. He's a contestant on a game show.
Well, I wonder what show that could be. And he's a sports bettor.
Yeah, he's a big time sports bettor, and he has. Well, here I'll go first since you opened up this can. He has sent me 2 games. Okay. And he's, I don't know how much more I got to give you guys before you know who it is, but he has sent me 2 games, which are Milwaukee and Oakland tonight. Milwaukee Brewers and Oakland Athletics. That's from our guy on TV. Let's say he's a guy on TV. Now, from myself, now that I opened up my can, I really like the Nationals tonight. Hellickson over Syndergaard. Hellickson plus $1.35. I would take him at home. That's my money machine game.
Okay, I'm going to get into basketball and then I'm going to go back to baseball. First, in basketball, there's one game tonight. That's game 1 of Portland versus Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. I do like Golden State a lot here, but what's curious to me is this is Enes Kanter is playing for Portland, and there's like a couple articles coming out today about his situation. He's been really outspoken of Erdogan and the Turkish government, and they rescinded his passport. He's afraid they're going to try to either get a hitman to kill him or to kidnap him and bring him back to Turkey. And so they're not airing the Blazers-Warriors game in Turkey. So it's like it doesn't exist. They're just like scraping it off the face of the earth. And it's a really crazy story. And now the senator in Oregon, Ron Wyden, has sent a letter and called Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, to let him know that if the Blazers and Toronto meet in the finals, make sure you ensure his safety, because they're afraid that it's a lot easier to get to someone in Canada than the United States. And it's a crazy situation. And the one good thing for Enes Kanter is I don't think he has to worry about Portland playing Toronto in the finals. I think he's kind of safe there. So, so for that,
it's not just
he's okay.
It's not just somebody getting him. So Turkey has issued a red alert warrant So but in Interpol, so any Interpol member nations, as soon as they see who he is, he's got a warrant after him. So they actually need the Canadian government to come out and make a statement that they're not going to try to arrest and detain him and ultimately extradite him on this warrant, which is such a ridiculous story.
Wow.
I mean, Enos Kanter, we could do tons of shows about him, but I can say this. He's one of the funniest people in all of the NBA. The guy is absolutely hysterical. Terrible defender, great offensive player, but absolutely hysterical. If you're looking to laugh, find Enos Kanter videos on YouTube. The guy's got an amazing sense of comic timing. Yeah.
Didn't him and Steven Adams do some sort of comedy act when they were together in OKC?
The Stash Brothers. Yeah, there's a whole there's tons of they had like a video podcast thing going. They do little shows of the two of them.
Oh, really,
Still
guys?
good
I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
that, Brian. I'm gonna hold you to that. I could use a laugh. I'm gonna look at that. Hey, before you guys go any further, Andrew's raising his hand. Andrew, you say we got some stuff here on the social?
Yeah, that we do. We actually do have some messages in right now. So as always, we're streaming live on Facebook, facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk, YouTube, youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports. And if you want to, go and like us and follow us and subscribe to us on those social media platforms. And while we're live streaming, you can have your voice be heard. I will see all your messages, and I will put up messages that are there for the most part. Today we've got Daniel Wages coming in. He says, hey guys, I've been under the weather for a few days. This is on YouTube, by the way, through our YouTube live chat. Hey guys, I've been under the weather for a few days, but I'm feeling better now. Can watch the whole show today. Major League and of course Sandlot have been my two favorite movies. 2 thumbs up for Major League. And then he comes in with a pick.
Nice.
Game 958. Atlanta Braves plus 124. And then he's got Mike. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his last name, but Mike Folty. I'm sure people refer to him as that.
Yeah. Going for the Braves?
Going for the Braves. And then he asked, do you guys like under 220.5 Golden State Portland? I do. That was Daniel Wages.
Guys, I will leave that to, well, that's NBA, so that's got to be you guys. I'm not sure about the Braves. Why don't you guys respond to all that?
Back to the NBA, I like the under a lot too. I think game ones have been huge unders this year. I'm look off the top of my head, I can't even think of a game one that went over, but typically game 1 and game 7s are big unders, and then the middle of the series, tend to be 50-50. But game 1 and 7s are always, I think, great bets for unders because you're just the first game, you're feeling each other out, getting to know their team, and all the animosity is beginning, and it's really such a great bet for under. Just like game 7s, there's nothing better than NBA game 7 unders. I mean, it's so rare for those to go. And look at this weekend. Both games went under, I think, by like 20 and 30-something points. Although both games you did have the threat of overtime. And, that seems to be the only reason how you're going to lose a game 7 under. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I know that's one of your favorite plays, Brian. Game under game 1 and game 7, right?
I like them both. Yeah, for sure. Yep. And in terms of the side, I agree. I do like I like Golden State here. I'm pulling for Portland. I'd love to see Portland make this thing close, but I don't think I just don't think it's enough points to want to take Portland.
So I would lean to Golden State. The public's actually surprisingly about 60% on Portland. I guess they're just seeing Durant is out, and they're thinking, okay, well, they had their one great game with Durant out, but remember what I just told you yesterday. Now Golden State is now with Durant out and Curry in. They're now 27-1 straight up. Now I'm not sure what that record is against the spread, but you have to factor in that those lines were much lower with Durant out. So I'm guessing against the spread is probably a pretty high number too. So I think Golden State gets the win here. I think a great bet would be Portland team total under. So their team total would, I guess, likely be right around 107. I think if you can find that, if your book offers that, I think that would probably be as strong a bet as you can make in this game.
Portland team total under?
Correct.
Portland team total under, okay. And we both like
so
the under?
It should be 107 or 107.5.
So, I mean, 27-1 without Durant in the lineup, you got to figure most of the
Durant,
times,
but with Curry in.
Right,
With Curry in and Durant out, right.
Right, you got to figure like a lot of those times, Golden State had to cover because the line got adjusted so tremendously because Durant was out, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure some of those games they were dogs too.
Right. Well, what do you think about Daniel's Atlanta Braves pick? And you guys have anything on that?
I see the game. I think he posted that he got plus 124, which is a great line. The line's all the way down to now minus like 118, 119. So that shows you where the money is. It's obviously the sharp side. At this price, you can get about plus 108, plus 109 now. I don't think it's worth it. But if you can somehow find a book with stale lines, or you have like an old bookie who uses newspaper lines in the morning, grab that plus 124, plus 125, and don't even think twice about it. But at this line, I think it's moved a lot that you just can't play it in this number.
All right. Now, Brian, what about you? Have you got anything you've snooped in there on the baseball?
Yeah, I got a couple of plays. Okay, the first one we'll go out to Arizona. I like Arizona at home. Gosh, this as I look at this though, looks like the sharp guys were laying around 140, 145 overnight this morning, and it's already up to 156. So actually, you know what? Ignore that. I can't recommend taking such a bad number on that. Same thing with Kansas City. Got bet this morning, bunch of sharp accounts, but the game has moved. And another one. Oh, okay. Here's one that I think you can still get at the price that the sharp guys laid. Going over in Cincinnati, Chicago.
Over?
I think it's over in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's the one. I guess I'll give out.
What is that total?
Oh, it's 9.
Over 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's an official play. How about you, Rick? What do you got in baseball?
Yeah. There's a few plays I like. Starting with that Mets Nationals game. You like Washington. I know that probably the sharp side, but Hellickson is one of those pitchers I put that same group as like Felix Hernandez, Homer Bailey. Somebody I can never bet on the guy. I'm either going to fade him or lay off him, but I do think this is a good spot to bet the over here. I like over 8. I think the Mets alone will probably score 5-6 runs. Washington will put up some runs against Syndergaard. He's not the same as he was a couple of years ago. So I think this total at 8 is definitely a play. And I also like the Angels again. Coming back last night, using Bedrosian as an opener. He'll go an inning or two. I like fading Kyle Gibson, and you're getting plus 116. Unfortunately, the line did open higher. This is one of those games where it opened around plus a quarter. Public's 75% on Minnesota. The line's moved down 10 cents. I still think the Angels are worthy of a play at plus 16,
All
plus
right.
17.
Hold that thought, you guys. When we come back after this break, we'll wrap it up and we'll give out a summary of all of our picks back after this timeout.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit, and 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Okay, folks, Fifth Street Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Short segment. We're going to recap our selections and our picks from our my co-host Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. We got a quick one in from Billy Don. What is that one from Billy there?
Yeah, we got a quick couple messages in from Billy Donlin through our YouTube live chat. Billy says West Brom advances to the English Premier League with a 1-0 victory. Give us a factoid about West Brom. Couple things, Billy, because he just said they just went to extra time, so he's confused. This is the second leg of the semifinal, so this is a playoff. So if they win this leg, or it's going to extra time because they're equal on aggregate, whoever wins this will go to the final, and then the winner of that final will then go to the English Premier League. So it's either going to be West Brom or Aston Villa going through, and then West Brom or Aston Villa are going to play against either Leeds United or I forgot the other team. Anyways, a quick factoid. They were founded in 1878. That's how old they are. And their nickname, a lot of people know this, the Baggies. Yeah, there you go. A quick couple factoids and a little explanation there for you, Billy.
Hey, guy,
East Bromwich.
Hey, guys, now really quick, I'll go see if I got everything right. All three of you, Daniel, Rick, and Brian, agree under 220.5 in the Golden State. Rick and Brian minus 7.5, Golden State. Team total, Portland under 106.5. Is that good enough there, Rick?
106.5, 107, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Rick likes the Mets over 8, Angels plus 116. Brian, you like what, both Oakland and the Cubs, 2 different games over?
The Cubs over, and in the NBA, I like the under. In the NBA, I also like fading Chris Sale tonight. I thought someone else was going to get that one out, but I'd still take the plus. I think I can get plus 220 fading him tonight. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And then we got Daniel Wages is also on Atlanta. The highest I seen on that, I just seen it as $1.12 at home against St. Louis, or on the road against St. Louis at home. Anyways, guys, thank you for the show. Great show as always. Good luck to us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. We got Chip Chirimbus trying to get the dog, the bounty hunter, out. Back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, and we appreciate you, folks.